Good morning, nearly afternoon. The Mackham cabbie here at work as usual. Friday the 12th of January. Yes, we've got that Friday feeling. Hope we can get that Saturday feeling after the Ipswich match. Yeah, just gonna have a minute crack on. Like KLD's been getting a lot of flack recently. Is he really as bad as an owner as what people are saying? Are the fans being a bit too harsh? I've been reading a lot of comments and messages and stuff. You know, quite a few fans say, like, you know, we've achieved nothing so far. But is that a bit harsh? Because we got promoted at Wembley. We give nearly 50,000 Sunderland fans some of the best days of their lives as supporting this football club. Winning the playoff final at Wembley. Let's not forget that. But has it all been a bit of an anticlimax afterwards? Are we being harsh on KLD? Managers don't seem to want to hang around. Remember Roy Keane came for the interview, he was turned away, he wasn't happy with terms and conditions. Alex Neil apparently walked away, whether or not he wanted money elsewhere, he wanted a better deal, or he just wasn't happy with the package. And then Tony Mowbray, some say he didn't suit us and we didn't suit him. And then there's the debacle over the Black Cats bar, and then the Wi-Fi going down, so all the mags are getting like free drinks and stuff, free pints. But I were being really harsh on the owners. There's a lot of players and stuff saying like, well, we're no further forward as a squad. We don't seem to be strengthening or getting anywhere with it, with a lack of signings coming in, especially strikers, and there just seems to be that little bit, that's something missing what Sunderland need. I mean, we're already, what was it, nearly 2 weeks into the transfer window, and we've heard absolutely zero. It's a deadly silence. I mean, if you ask me personally, what do I think of KLD? I think he goes missing, to be quite honest with you. I didn't know enough about him. He just seems to sit in the back, doesn't address the fans, doesn't dine out. He's just there. I know when he first came, it was like, he's got all this money left, right and centre and all that. Yeah, we're going to do all right. But to me, there just seems to be evidence that bringing the kids, spend as little as possible, gamble on the fact that the kids are going to come good, and he's going to make a hell of a profit by not spending much in the transfer window. And if it comes off, great, quite a big profit made. But it's not how it works, is it? You can't just keep gambling like that, especially with kids. You need that balance, as we all keep saying. You know, these players, the likes of Stewart, Kevin Phillips, and that time when we got Defoe for a deal with Altidore, like diamond in the rough. You know, they're rare. They don't come around often, these type of players that give you huge success at the club. It may look exciting when you see, you know, when the likes of Sunderland have put in for this Ukrainian player or this Czech player, this French player. But let's be honest with you, we've never heard of any of them. And I think Sunderland fans, and including myself, would just want to see a bit of oomph, a bit of seriousness from the owners, a bit of intent that we'll want to get out the Championship. Let's not forget where we've come from in League One. Job done, we got out, even though it weren't automatic promotion, but we still did the same job other than less. But it just seems to be like, it's like a stale loaf of bread at the minute. It's like, it's almost happy to just be sitting in the Championship where we are. And the fans know that we are a Premier League club. I know we're not a Premier League club at present, but design for Sunderland is a Premier League club. We've got a Premier League ground, Premier League fans. It's all there. It's just on the pitch what seems to matter. And it does seem to be getting harder and harder from teams coming down from the Premier League. They're going straight back up again, the majority of them. But it seems to be harder now for teams in the Championship to get anywhere near the top two, bar Ipswich Town on a rare occasion. But I still think their bubble will burst. You know what I mean? I still think Southampton will get second. That's what I'm thinking. But there's not enough oomph coming from KLD, especially with signings, that indicates to me he's serious at the minute of getting into the Premier League. Or even the fact like he wants to. Because they've not been really up to much with the signings we've got. I mean, Birdstow just needs sent back. Just total waste of space. Bellingham, this just seems to be, we know that we're waiting for Bellingham to ignite, but there's just too many games where he just goes missing. You know, is that down to him? Is that down to how we're set up? Bradley Dack, never been a fan of him, but he's injured now for a while. So what would you like to see KLD do? What would you like to see us bring in? You know, what type of players? I mean, how big of a profile player would we like to come in? I mean, we keep seeing Yaman Villa and this and that and that. Great at the time, but he's a lot older than what he was when he was first there. So what would you guys, I'm asking you a question out there, what would you like to see Sunderland go out there and get? Because we need some experience in that squad. We need someone with an experienced head on our shoulders to keep the side together, to keep the young'uns in check. And at the minute, we really haven't got that. So, who would you like to go for? Not hard to do, is it? The option's there. But the fact, does KLD even know that you need a balance? You need that balance to get out this Championship, to push up for promotion, because it's a difficult league. You know, it's a really good competitive league, the Championship, and it's getting more competitive as the years go on. And KLD and that has to keep up with the times, and he has to realise that. And I think me and the majority of fans want to stop this model of bringing in kids after kids after kids after kids, because it ain't working. It ain't working. They cannot handle really the massive games, and you know, they just need some old school heads out there on that pitch to keep them right. You know, someone is like they can maybe look up to. So you have to say, oh well, he's playing today, get in. Well, you know, he'll keep us in check and that. We just need that bit of experience. I just want to see KLD do something in the transfer window. I mean, keep going on about Diallo. Diallo loves the club. Well, if he loves the club, it should be easy to get him here, isn't it? KLD, just pay what he wants, bring him in. If you're serious about what's going up, get Diallo, get him, fetch him. Because we're not the half the squad we were without Diallo, even though we're sitting sort of six. But we know there's just a big void in that squad at the minute, and we want to see some action. So am I happy with KLD? I'm gonna go 50-50. Greatly got us out of League One, but we've gone very stale at the moment, and especially that debacle against Newcastle and that awful performance against the Mags. You know, and they weren't that special on that day. We cannot sugarcoat that, you know what I mean? And some of the Newcastle fans have also said, you know, we made hard work of that. They were struggling to finish. I'm not like really slating them off. They were saying, you know, they were surprised how poor Sunderland were, because Newcastle weren't really firing on all cylinders. So there we go. Let us know in your comments what you think. I'll be doing another match review later on, a match preview should I say, some team news and what's going on when we go to Portman Road, the home of the Tractor Boys. So I'm just about to get to my next pickup. I've got an ulcer on my tongue, right on the side. Why are they always on the side? And when you try to speak, it's bloody agony. So there we go. Let us know in the comments what you think. Are we being harsh on KLD? Do we need to just lay off him a little bit, or do we need to shove a rocket up his backside to say, well, however, let's get something sorted. This ain't good enough. Happy Friday, folks. We'll see you later.